Mr. Mayor, Mr. Deacon, we'll be charging the city by the hour first.
Gotta give us more number.
Use that again.
Before I make a statement and the city members of the city council make a statement, I want to thank Senator Norcross, Assemblyman Fuentes, and Sheriff Willingham, and Freehold Director Lisa Fellows for coming out and making it. Appreciate it. Previous to the past November election, I reported the progress of this administration in a long and informative press release. It was 9 pages of the status of every single project and an explanation of the direction this administration intended to pursue. The purpose of that release was to keep you, the citizenry, informed as to what was happening in your community and our reasons for the initiation of any and all ongoing projects. The election is over and the citizens of Gloucester have spoken. It's quite evident by the election results that you believe this administration is the group of people you wish to represent and lead you into the next 4 years. On behalf of the Mayor and Council, I want to thank you for your vote of confidence. I would also like to thank and commend each and every member of the Council and every member of our volunteer advisory committees for their undying dedication to our community and for all their hard work and team-oriented mentality over the last 4 years. A bit of advice: surround yourself with good people and good things do happen. This administration's first term has come to an end and another begins, but the glaring difficulties of the last fiscal year appear to be following us into the next. With the governor's institution of the new 2% property tax cap, the vision of the future is as clear as a crystal glass. Cuts in services, consolidation of employee responsibilities, shared service agreements, responsible negotiation strategies, the creation of innovative revenue resources, and all-round smaller government is the inevitable future of municipalities throughout the state. This administration has already begun to move in this direction, and we will responsibly and diligently continue with this process of reform. Regretfully, these historically significant economic times have forced this administration into making some very difficult decisions, especially as it relates to the retention of personnel. However, I want to make it clear that no matter how painful these processes may be, without concessions, they are inevitable, and this administration will realize in every situation the impact upon the taxpaying citizenry. Threats and innuendos of special interest groups will not alter this administration's decision-making process, and we will remain unified and strong, seeking only what's best for the citizens of Gloucester City. As we move into 2011, a positive mentality is imperative. Sitting back and waiting for handouts or waiting for times to get better are not alternatives, and neither is playing the blame game. So I'm not going to sit here tonight and whine about how deeply the governor's cuts in state aids have hurt our ability to maintain at the very least status quo. And I'm not going to sit here tonight and whine about the 2% tax cap and its feared impact and implications. I'm not going to sit here tonight and whine about the governor's failure to supply the promised toolkit that would aid municipal governments in maintaining adequate services within the 2% cap. That would be a waste of time and effort, and it's totally out of our control. What I am going to do is promise you that this administration will continue to remain strong and continue to remain optimistic as to the future of our community and our redevelopment and economic development plans. Moving forward in difficult economic times requires a total commitment to mission. It requires long hours of hard work. It requires an optimistic pursuit of new ideals. It requires the development of innovative problem-solving techniques. And it requires difficult decision-making. This administration embraces these required efforts as inherent responsibilities of governmental representatives, and we will not falter from our sworn obligations. In closing, I ask everyone to hold one optimistic thought, that someday soon this thing they call a recession will be over. I'll ask Kelly. You're first. You want to make a statement?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't heard any comments on this individual.
Okay, Nick?
I'd just like to echo your thoughts on thanking all of your council for the hard work and agreeing with you that we will continue that throughout our term.
Dan?
I'd just like to say that I appreciate the mayor's comments and his thoroughness in staying with and tackling very difficult issues during his tenure as mayor. I have to say that this was my first year back on council, and that 25 years ago when I sat here, it was quite different than it is now. 25 years ago, I think we were in much better times. We were in good times back then. And it's quite different returning to city council 25 years later in a recession with the difficulties and the challenges that address this governing body. We all know that 2010 was a very difficult year, and we know that 2011 is also going to be equally, if not more, of a challenge and a difficult year. And one only needs to read the newspapers every day and look at the world news and the local news, and you know that every municipality in the state of New Jersey is facing the same challenges that this governing body is facing. It's not a good time to be a government employee or a government elected official. But I will say that I'm glad that we're part of a team on the county level and the state level, and that we're working with the county and with our legislators to try to be as effective as possible in looking at regionalization and shared services. So we're very fortunate to have a team of legislators that we have and the board of freeholders that we have, that we're reaching out to them and trying to inflict as less pain as possible on our citizenry and our employees also. But, you know, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on in this economy. So I do hope for better times, like the mayor said, and I hope that we are out of this bad economic time soon, and I hope that as we head into 2011, that there is some light at the end of the tunnel time. So I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year.
Thank you, Dan. Jay?
I'd just like to thank the citizens for their support for this administration, and I just hope the years to come will go better.
I'd like to thank everybody for your support, especially my 3 kids. Thank you for coming tonight. I'd like to congratulate the mayor for his re-election. Mom, Kelly, and Hutch. Was working with Dan, Nick, and Jay, along with Kelly and Hutch.
Just like to wish everybody a happy new year. Hopefully times will get better, but I guarantee you one thing, there's not a hard-working group of government officials as you have right here in this room right now. And I pledge to keep on just working as hard as we have been, and continue on for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Go to roll call.
Councilperson Murphy. Here. Barry. Here. Hutchinson. Here. Marchese.
Here.
Barry.
Here.
Spencer.
Here.
Mayor James.
Here. Resolution.
Resolution 1, appointing auditor Bowman and Company P. Number 2, appointing city solicitor John B. Carney. Number 3, appointing city engineer Edward Vernick. Number 4, appointing prosecutor Paul Doherty. Number 5, appointing public defender Charles Whittington. Number 6, appointing city planner Environmental Resolutions Inc. Number 7, appointing special counsel to the tax office Carney and Associates. Resolution 8, appointing city labor attorney Christine O'Hearn. Number 9, appointing special projects engineers T&M Associates and Consulting Engineer Services. Number 10, appointing environmental engineer RT Environmental Services Inc. Number 11, appointing bond counsel Parker McKay, PA. Number 12, appointing city administrator Jack Lipsett. Number 13, appointment of commissioners to the Camden County Joint Insurance Fund. Jack Lipsett as commissioner, William P. James as the